Yo, what is going on, you guys? It's your boy King Sanders here, and we are back with another day of sports betting. This is going to be for Sunday, March 13th slate of NBA and college basketball games. I'm super excited to hop into it. We have another fantastic slate of college basketball and a pretty decent slate of NBA. It's going to be a lot of good games, but I was able to find a couple bets that I really do like as of today, so I'm super excited to dive into it. First, I did just want to go ahead and say, though, we are coming off of a little bit of a rough week overall. We haven't really won a whole lot of money, but I think that that's going to change today, and that is because today is my birthday. Yes, March 13th, today is my birthday, so we can't have a losing day on my birthday. It's not in the rule book. It's not allowed. We can't let it happen. So we're going to be turning that around today. We're absolutely going to be turning it around today. Hopefully we can get a clean sweep. I'm really confident in a lot of these plays, so let's go ahead and dive into it. First, I did just want to go ahead and say, at the time of recording this video, we are on the way to 6,000 subscribers. So if you guys are new, make sure you guys do like, comment, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you guys know whenever I post. Also, I did just want to go ahead and give a quick shout out here to all of our members here on the channel. Thank you guys so much for everything that you guys do. It truly does mean so much to me. Thank you guys for giving such a small channel such a big chance, as I always say. So let's go ahead and do a quick recap as of yesterday. We had a 2-2 day. So we had Chris Middleton over 2.5 threes versus the Golden State Warriors. He shot terrible overall, like from the field, but he was able to hit the over in threes. Pretty much every shot that he made tonight was a three-pointer. So that one was lucky for us, but that one ended up working out. Then we had Josh Hart under was our added play, under 26.5 PRAs. Dude is at his career high at the time of recording this video. He's at 32 points alone. So, Mr. Josh Hart, if you're somehow watching this, I'm so sorry for taking your under. I will not be doing that again. He like all the stats, literally every single stat was pointing to the under, but Mr. Josh Hart just decided to have a career game tonight, and hey, props to him. Shout out to him. That's a fantastic for him. But then we had Kentucky -2 versus Tennessee. Kentucky started to make it pretty interesting there for a while, but especially towards the end of the game. But Tennessee did end up winning outright, so not really too much you could do there. And then we had Norfolk State -7. That one was pretty easy for pretty much the entire time. So let's go ahead and dive into today's plays, though. Like I said, I found some really good plays that I'm super excited about. So our first play of the day is going to be Philadelphia 76ers and Orlando Magic under 223 points at -110 odds. Now, if you take a look at it, Philadelphia, they have been an under machine recently. They have actually went under in 3 straight games. And if you look at it from the flip side, Orlando, they're even more. They've actually went under in 5 straight games. It looks like they are starting to try on defense, and it looks like their offense is just definitely not clicking. Something is just not right with that team right now. And Philadelphia and Orlando, historically, if you look at their last 12 matchups, this exact line has gone under in 10 of them. So we do have the historical factor on our side. So I think that we see a ton of value here. And obviously, we all know that Philadelphia, despite getting James Harden and despite getting a couple upgrades to their roster, they do play at the 3rd slowest pace in the entire NBA. So I do think that we see more of that. I do think we see more of that here today, especially in one of the games with such a huge spread. I do think that we see a pretty low-scoring game here. So that's going to be our first play of the day. Philadelphia and Orlando under 223 points at -110 odds. Our second play of the day is going to be Seth Curry of the Brooklyn Nets under 13.5 points versus the New York Knicks at -105 odds. If you take a look at this line, Seth Curry has gone under it in 4 of his last 6 games. So he hasn't really been tremendous here recently. And I think we see more of that again. I think it's a pretty bad matchup for Mr. Seth Curry. If you look at the last matchup versus New York, he went over and he crushed it. It wasn't even close. He went way over. But at the time, Brooklyn did not have Kevin Durant or Kyrie Irving, 2 huge scoring pieces for that offense. And so now that KD's back, he's going to be taking a lot more of the shots. And I don't think Seth Curry sees nearly as big of a role than he did in that game. That was one of the first games that after he got traded to Brooklyn, and so he pretty much had to do everything for that offense. So I think that 13.5 points is just a touch too high for him. I think he's going to finish right around this number, but I do think it goes under. In the last 7 games, the New York Knicks have actually been really good at defense to the shooting guard position. They allow the 6th fewest points per game to opposing shooting guards. And as we all know, the New York Knicks, not really a truly exciting basketball team to watch. They actually play at the 5th slowest pace in the entire NBA. So they play at a super slow pace. They're good on defense against the shooting guard position. And the Brooklyn Nets will have KD back. So I think that Seth Curry sees a very limited role here. So we're going to be taking his under. Seth Curry under 13.5 points versus the New York Knicks at minus 105 odds. Now this next one is only a lean because I don't have an official line for it at the time of recording this video, but there's a 99.9% chance this is going to be an official play because I have a ton of stats to back it up. So we would be taking Luka Doncic under in whatever his assist line is going to be. If you look at Luka Doncic's assist line, or his assist game log, he's only had 6, 4, 7, 9, 5, and 2 in his last 6 games. So as long as this line isn't super high, I do think that I'm going to be taking his under. And the Celtics, they do allow the 2nd fewest assists per game to opposing point guards. And in the last 2 matchups versus the Boston Celtics, Luka Doncic has only been able to find 5 assists in each of them. And when it comes to the Celtics, we all know that they have started to turn things around on defense recently. They are the 2nd best team in defensive efficiency in the entire NBA. And the Celtics play at the 3rd slowest pace, and Dallas Mavericks play at the slowest pace in the entire NBA. So 2 very, very slow-paced teams, and not a great matchup here for the assist line anyway. I think he has a great game points-wise, but I just don't think he finds a whole lot of assists today. So that will more than likely be a play, but I have to wait for a line, so it's just a lean for right now. And then our college play of the day, we're going to be taking Purdue and Iowa over 148 points at minus 110 odds. Now, Purdue did go over last game versus Michigan State, which obviously was yesterday at the time of recording this video. So they did end up going over, and we saw a lot of offense from Purdue and truly not too much defense. So I think that we see another game like that. And Iowa, we know that they can score the ball. There's no doubt about it. Iowa has gone over in 3 straight games. And Iowa, in neutral site games, they are 4-0 to the over. And following a win, Iowa is 16-7-1 to the over. And Purdue has really shown a lot of offensive talent here versus ranked teams. They are 6-1 to the over in versus ranked teams, And on a neutral site game, they are 4-2 to the over. So there's a ton of stats that are backing up the over for that game. So I love that play. So that is going to be our 4th and final play of the day. Purdue and Iowa over 148 at minus 110 odds. So that is going to do it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you guys know whenever I post. Like I said, we're on the road to 6,000 subscribers, so make sure you guys do like, comment, subscribe if you are new. But yeah, for now, this is King Center signing out. Peace.